What's up, you guys? Godzilla Fan Freaks coming at you today with Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 34. We are live and very happy to be here. My settings look like they're all good. Gojira851, what's going on, buddy? We got 2 people on in here, 2 likes. Thank you guys very much for the support. Again, don't forget to atomic blast that like button. Thank you guys for bearing with me with this episode. Last week did not go as planned. Had some stuff come up. And then, you guys might actually be surprised to hear that I've actually kind of been at home for the last 4 days. Ended up coming down with some sort of respiratory issue. So I had to take Tuesday and Wednesday off from work. Reptile7876, what's going on? And but I'm getting over it. It's pretty much dissipating at this point. But I just had this cough that was not going away. Really nasty hydrophlegm, and it was just like, even the urgent care didn't know what was going on. So, but I'm very happy to be here. Mark Gustav, thank you for the feel better. Nick Adams for the Monster Report. What's going on? But yes, you guys still got to see me last week if you tuned in to the Monster Reports channel. Let me turn down my TV. I was just playing some Gigabash. Didn't know how bleeding on my end. It's kind of loud, but was playing some Gigabash before the show here. But no, what is up, everybody? Atomic blast that like button. We got 5 people on in here. And then Zillafan85, yep. Yeah, no, just was dealing with something respiratory. Not really sure what it was, but body's kicking it at this point, so I'm good. I am good to go and ready to go back to work tomorrow. But no, hope everybody's having a good time. Hope everybody's been having a good week. I hope you guys enjoyed the Monster Reports live stream show that I was on last week, where we pretty much talked about and was real the first kind of hype up promotion for the Tucson Kaiju Festival, next to my own video that I did talking about it. Hope you guys enjoyed that. If you guys didn't watch that, make sure you go check out the Monster Reports channel and look for the Tucson Kaiju Festival video that we did last week. It was a lot of fun. And then Mark Gustav saying the cough is the worst. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It most definitely is. Anyway, you guys, for those who follow Godzilla Fan Freaks on Facebook and Instagram, you got to see it. I still showed it last week, but now you get to see it here. You guys see anything different? Do you guys see something different? I think Mr. Gigan Tapestry there in my doorway is looking really different. Your Reptile7876 saying he likes the Gigan in the back. Yes. So I posted about this last week still, because I promised I was going to show it on episode 34, which I still am. So if you have not seen it yet, you're seeing it here. But I did post it last week on the Facebook and Instagram pages for Godzilla Fan Freaks. So remember, if you're on those platforms, give Godzilla Fan Freaks a like and a follow on Facebook and Instagram. You never know what you might miss. But no, really happy to have that. It fits perfectly. But now I feel like I got to have some sort of tapestry on this side. So I don't know, I might be in the market for something that's kind of similar art style, so it kind of matches a little bit. But we'll just see what I can find. I actually found this at Zia Records. So it was it was bought secondhand, and it actually was originally my buddy Mike, who used to be the manager down there and the owner of Tucson Comic Con. Mike, it used to be his, because I even messaged him. I was like, "Was this Gigan originally yours?" And he was like, "Yeah." So it's like, hey, I got something else from Mike, And then he actually told me about a poster, an original Japanese poster that he's letting go of. And I'm actually picking that up from him next week. So there's going to be a new poster in here. So that'll be a lot of fun. But yes, the Gigan Tapestry is new. Zillafan85 saying very cool Gigan. Reptile7876, can't go wrong with Gigan. Mark saying it looks really cool. And then Zillafan85 letting me know to keep him posted on the Tucson Kaiju Festival. as still very much want to join and help run it. We got to do a collectors panel together, by the way. Yes, dude. And if you want to plan for it, man, right now, I've been recently, like in the past few days, I've been actually in talks with Bookmans, because I'm having to like take on more of it, and whatnot. But I'm wanting to get the ball rolling, so I've actually been in talks with the Bookmans lately, and we're hashing out details right now. So when things get a little more solidified, I will, of course, post about it. But we're still looking at November 3rd, and we might get the 4th. We might even get the 5th. We might get 3 days. I'm not sure yet, but we're definitely still doing November 3rd. It's still happening. I'm waiting to get an email back from Bookmans, and then we're going to go from there. So the ball's in their court right now as far as hashing out details and everything. So it's going. We're making progress. At least I'm making progress. So it's coming. So if you want to plan for the trip, man, plan it. Again, Nick Adams from the Monster Report's going to be here. Chris, Goji Fan 93, he's back, right? We all know it. He's going to be there. And Zilla Fan 85, if you make it down, that's just another Godzilla YouTube content creator. We could do a video at the festival together. I've been shooting ideas with Nick and Chris on what they could do and everything like that. We could definitely do like a collector's panel or a content creators panel. We'll definitely be working out like schedules and stuff like that, because we definitely are going to be doing some panels and whatnot. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely would probably do some sort of maybe after party video here at the Godzilla Fan Freaks headquarters with all of us. That could be really fun. A special episode of Kaiju Chill O'Clock. You never know what could happen, but I'm really, really excited to finally be bringing back the Tucson Kaiju Festival. Sorry. Still dealing with it, but thank you for bearing with me, you guys. And then Gojira851 just saying awesome. Gaigan Monster Report saying Tucson Kaiju Festival is going to be epic. Stay tuned. Yes, it is, guys. It's going to be so much fun. Again, it's more on the smaller scale, but you have to understand so many people are excited for it, because sometimes those smaller scale con festivals, are kind of where it's all at. We're going to have, video game contests. We're going to have contests for the kids to where maybe they're drawing or coloring something. Should have a section where movies will be playing, which might double as maybe the kids area. We'll just got to wait to see. These are details I'm waiting to see on. Should have a panel area or two. Plenty of spaces for vendors and artists. Yosh Leaf Claw Studios is going to be there. He's doing the posters and everything like that. So there's a lot of fun stuff lined up. So again, if you're near Arizona or something, you feel like you might want to make a trip in November, because again, we're doing this on Godzilla's birthday. I plan to do that every year. No matter what day the November 3rd falls on, that's when I want to do the Tucson Kaiju Festival. And you know what? If it's just the one day, it's just the one day. If it's 2 days, it's 2 days. If it's 3 days, then that's awesome. But definitely want to hold it on Godzilla's birthday every year, just because of, why not have a Kaiju Festival on Godzilla's birthday, It just seems fitting. And it's just something I'm really happy to bring back, because I love giving back to the community. I love giving back to other fans, you know what I mean? And it's going to be a great fun time. Again, there's going to be a lot of stuff if we get 2 days, there's a lot we can do with 2 days. Let me tell you that. And the Tucson Kaiju Festival can only grow from there. You know what I mean? But let me go ahead and exit out of Gigabash here. For the menu today, I figured, why don't we watch have a Showa movie on in the background, like I usually do. Sorry for jerking the camera. I just realized it was kind of just too off angle. But no, the Gigan actually shows up well in the corner there. I'm happy for that. But I figured for today, for the movie on in the background, let's do a show movie. And I was like, what haven't I watched in a little bit? And Son of Godzilla was one that came to mind. So we're going to have Son of Godzilla on in the background. And then over on the Facebook segment where we actually get to sit down and watch a movie together, I figured, why don't we watch Space Godzilla? So we're going to be having a Heisei feature over on the Facebook segment after this segment. And we will watch Godzilla versus Space Godzilla together. So let me go ahead and get Son of Godzilla fired up here. Let me see. We'll just keep it all the same. Subtitles, I think they're automatically on. Yeah, they are. Okay. So yeah, so we'll have Son of Godzilla on in the background. And go from there. So let me go ahead and catch up on your comments here. Zillafan85 just replying to the Monster Report. I got to join you for one of your live streams these days. And then Monster Report said, remember, the 3rd of November. And then Zillafan85 just saying he's down for all of it. Heck yeah, man. And then Monster Report just saying to Zillafan, shoot him a message on Facebook or Twitter. And then Mark saying Godzilla Barbecue Fest. You know what? As much as I would love to do cooking, if I got stuck doing the cooking and grilling for the festival, I wouldn't have time to do anything else. Because if the turnout's anything like it was the very first year in 2019 that I did it, it's going to be a lot of people. So, you know, there's going to be a lot more people this time I can only gather. And then Mark just saying, hell, let's make it all week. That would be the perfect world. But we all have to remember that sometimes some of us can't take that much time away from work before it starts hurting a little bit in the wallet. And then GFan84, you are so pumped. It's awesome. I'm excited. You know, I am. I'm very excited. Because when I did the first festival in 2019, it was beyond fun. As somebody who's grown up with these movies and has had so much, you know, attachment to them over the years, I've never grown out of Godzilla or Kaiju giant monsters. It's always just been my thing. Ever since my dad showed me the first Godzilla movie back when I was 3 years old, it's like, it's just been such a big part of my life. So growing as a fan, as a kid who loved this stuff, played with the toys, then I got into like, you know what? I kind of like to collect this stuff. And as I got older, you learn that there's Bandai, there's Marmot, there's Bullmark, there's all these different lines of vintage figures and figures that are just out there. And then of course later on in the years, you know, we get X Plus, you get SH Monster Arts, NECA. Growing up with all this stuff, you know, whether it's artwork or actual figures, I just love it. And then going to G-Fest for my very first time, and then meeting content creators like Rich Iso, Samson West, Chris, GojiFan93, you know, all those guys. They were all inspirations, and it was like, you know what? Back before I made the channel, I even thought about it. What can I bring to the table? What am I going to do different about this Godzilla Bandai figure that hasn't already been said? I thought about that. But then you know what? I thought about, who cares? I want to do this not because I just want to jump on a bandwagon of Godzilla content creators. I did it because I was like, you know what? This is kind of fun, and it opens another door to the hobby. So that's why I did my YouTube channel. I didn't, you know, I did think about like, what can I do differently? Like, and my videos they go over a lot of the same stuff a lot of other figure reviewers go over. But you know what? I don't do it to be in comparison to anybody. I just do it because I enjoyed it, you know? So, and I still enjoy it to this day. And then getting to the point of just being a content creator for so far and everything else. And it's like, okay, what is the next step? So then as a fan, you have this development, and now here I am pretty much hosting my own festival that I want to do every year in Tucson for a community, for Kaiju fans. It's just like, I've always mentioned it as like the perfect evolution for a fan. You know what I mean? Like the next biggest thing above this is like actually probably getting to like direct and own the Godzilla license and do a movie. You know what I mean? Like that's probably the next biggest thing next to this. So I think I've reached peak. But no, I just love this stuff so much. And to be able to put that love into a festival and other people really appreciate it and have so much fun, I couldn't wait to bring it back. And I'm so happy to bring it back this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, it's totally free to get in. You're not going to be charged. You know, so if you're in the neighboring states, you may want to mark it on your calendars and maybe make some time for it, because you know what? It's going to be a lot of fun. You know, it's going to be a lot of fun. That's all I can say. If you guys missed it, watch last week's video that I was on over on the Monster Report talking about it. Yosh, both Chris and Christopher, everybody who was there other than Nick, I couldn't have appreciated their words more on what they had to say about the first festival. It meant so much to me. So all I can say to them is thank you. You know, if you can't take my hype and excitement for it, go watch that video over on the Monster Report where we talk about the Tucson Kaiju Festival and hear it straight from all three of them. And, you know, it was just so much fun. Let me see here. Mark saying, sweet. Let me catch up on your guys' comments. I'm sorry I'm falling behind. Gojira851, Son of Godzilla and Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. Like and share, everyone. Heck yeah, let's do it. Share across any medias, whatever you want to do. Post around, let people know. We got 7 people on in here, 6 likes. Guys, thank you so much. Atomic, blast that like button if you have not. Oh, let's see. Mark. Yeah, I forget people work. I'm retired. All right. And then Mark saying when you get a job and can afford these really cool figures and then get married, have kids, then you can't afford them anymore. That's all true. It's a cycle. It's a circle of life for a Godzilla collector. And then GFan84 is saying that's so true. And then Mark saying, I think you've reached peak is when you get a full-size Godzilla suit. One of these days, maybe, you know, that's usually a dream for a lot of people, and some people have lived those dreams. You know, there's been other people that I know of who have had custom Godzilla suits made or they created themselves, and it's like, that's dang cool. And then the Monster Report saying, here's the link to the stream about the Tucson Kaiju Festival. Monster Report coming in the clutch, dropping it down there. At least I think it shows up. I don't know if links show up, Nick, in live comment sections for some reason. I don't know why. But guys, head over to the Monster Report. Save it for later. You know, if you don't want to go watch it now, save it for later. Continue on partying over here with us. We're just having a good, swell time. Again, we got Son of Godzilla on in the background. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla. We will be watching next on the Facebook segment. Of course, there are snacks always on hand here. And, yeah, so we're just chilling, kicking back, having a good time. How's everybody been? Everybody else been good? Everybody else been to avoid any yucky, icky illnesses and stuff like that? I hope so. Nobody enjoys being sick. And then Mark saying, yeah, he can't see it. Yeah, for some reason, links don't show up when you put them in the comment section. I don't know why. Let's see. Gojira851, my peak, my Godzilla trilogy gets made. See, everybody has their own peaks as a fan. That's what's great to hear. Mark saying, is Fred around? I think he's over on his cat tree, but he's not at the top. I think he's like in the little tunnel area midsection here. And then Monster Report just saying, check it out later, peeps. And then tonight, he is also having, over on the Monster Report tonight, yes, Goji Fan 93 is going to be on the Monster Report live talking about resurrecting Goji Fan 93. So, a lot of fun stuff today. My show, Nick's show later with Chris. Lucy Collected, there's Jonathan. What's going on, buddy? Again, thank you all for being here with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks, live for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 34. We're just starting off this show right. Lots of engagement and lots of stuff going on. But yes, no, very, very happy to be bringing the Tucson Kaiju Festival back. It's going to be so much fun. Pretty soon I'm going to start working on my video of like footage and pictures and everything and meld all that into a video together for my 10-year anniversary of being on YouTube, which is this year in July. So I will be posting that video. So be on the lookout for that. What else has been going on? Not a whole heck of a lot of new stuff. If you guys were following Godzilla Fan Freaks last week, hey, what's up, Christopher? What's going on? We just got done talking about the Tucson Kaiju Festival. And then, let's see what's going on. Monster Report, Lucy Collected just talking. But, yeah, no, guys, Atomic Blast that like button. We got 9 people on in here. Thank you so much for the support. Mark, are we going to be doing any giveaways at the festival? I'm not sure if there's going to be giveaways, but there will be contests. We're going to have contests. We're going to try to plan maybe a few raffles. You know, there's going to be video game contests. There's going to be coloring, drawing contests for maybe, you know, kids. We're going to have trivia contests. You know, I definitely like hosting Godzilla trivia and Kaiju trivia. We're going to be doing that. Again, there's going to be panels. You know, area for movies, stuff like that. I'm going to get involved with the Casa Video Film Bar that's here in town. And that way, if people want to venture out after they're done at the main festival itself, maybe head over to the Casa Video Film Bar, sit at the bar, get something to drink, and I'll coordinate with them so they can have like Godzilla and Kaiju movies playing on the TVs down there at the bar. You know, they'll have food trucks there, get a bite to eat. You know, it's gonna be a lot of fun time. It's gonna be a great fun time. And then Mark also saying limited edition Yosh artwork. Yes, there will be limited edition Yosh artwork. Yosh is planning on doing some prints. Yosh is doing the posters, you guys. Yosh is doing the posters. So you know that the posters are going to be great. It's going to be a thing to where people are just going to want to start to collect the Tucson Kaiju Festival posters every year. I'm not even going to have enough wall space for all of that. Let's see. Lucy Collected just talking with the Monster Report. But yeah, no, as far as anything new going on, there hasn't been a whole heck of a lot. If you guys were, again, if you like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks on Facebook and Instagram, you guys probably saw last week I did actually manage to pick up a Mezco Godzilla vs. Hedra set from FYE. So that, I'll show that off here a little bit later. We'll go into the Kaiju Cave and check it out. For those that follow me on Instagram, you guys probably saw my reels that I did last week. I was having a little too much fun, especially with one, and I had the Hedra mask on and everything. I was being a goof last week. That's for sure. See, Mark is saying, heck yeah. Monster Report. Trivia question for anyone here, including Fred and myself. Whose hand threw the electric switch on the power grid in Godzilla 1954? You know, I've heard this question answered before. Was it? It was either Honda or Nakajima, wasn't it? Or no, was it Tsuburaya? It was one of the three. I think it was one of those three. Maybe. It might even been Ifukube. And then let's see, Christopher, I will definitely donate some stuff for a giveaway. There's another answer. Nothing huge, but some fun stuff still. You know what, dude? I don't think people are going to care. You know, it's like, we're going to make this fun. Again, there's going to be raffles. Chris just confirmed there's going to be giveaways. Again, there's going to be contests. There's going to be all kinds of fun stuff going on. November is going to be a lot of fun. Mark saying Goofy is good. Chris saying he'll probably run the lottery or the waffle on the spiral Mothra larva. Ooh, that would be fun. And then Nick with the report, Director Honda. See, I knew it was one of them. I knew it had to have been Honda. It was one of them. So there you go. And that's something I'm going to have to remember for a trivia question. That's a good one. Jonathan saying he threw the switch as a time traveler. Mark saying King Kong hit that switch. Oh, man. But no, guys, thank you again for being here so much. We got 9 people. We got 8 likes. Again, Atomic, blast that like button if you have not. Hit the subscribe button if you have not. You know, if you're new to Godzilla Fan Freaks. Like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook. Follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Instagram. All that good stuff. Stay updated with what's going on with the Tucson Kaiju Festival, because you know I'm always going to be posting you guys with updates, for sure. As well as saying updates in my Kaiju Chill Clock shows, you know, as they come. But no, thank you all for being here. We're having a really fun time. Again, some new stuff, you know, the Mezco Godzilla vs. Hedra set, which I actually think I set up pretty dang cool. I was actually impressed with myself, and I'm like, you know what? This works. It's actually kind of neat. So I got that set up. I did get some new LED lights, but they don't quite stretch the total length that I needed. So I still got to get more. Let's see. So really wasn't too happy about that. But at least I got my top 3 shelves kind of over here. They're more lit now. They're not, the very top one is like a quarter of the way lit. I still got to have a little strand to go across the rest of that. But other than that, I pretty much got full lighting again. Let's see, Chris, how hot was Godzilla when he melted down in 95? It was 1,200 degrees, wasn't it? Was it 12 or 1,500? I don't remember. Mark saying thermonuclear hot. But no, I actually have a list of trivia questions. But actually, these ones are not included. But still, you know, there'll probably be a few trivia contests. You know what I mean? Because there's actually quite a lot of trivia. With how long Godzilla's been around and how many movies there are, there's tons of trivia out there involving Godzilla and Kaiju. And then Rich from Wisconsin, yep, 1,200 degrees. Christopher, yep, 1,200 degrees Celsius, yep. All right. But no, you guys, thank you for being here. Thank you for your engagement. Any questions that you have for me, feel free to ask them. Any questions you have for Nick, the Monster Report, Christopher, any questions for him? Guys, feel free to ask. We're all here. You know, talks amongst yourselves. I'm just going to take a sip of water here really quick. As I drip just a little bit on my leg. But, no, I hope everybody had a great week last week. Again, sorry for going, you know, MIA on you. But, we are back in full force. Christopher, any word on how many tables we will have available? I do not know yet. I sent that info to Bookman's the other day. I'm kind of hashing stuff out with them right now. So I'm kind of waiting to hear back from them. I told them kind of right now I have about 13 people interested in tables. I'm not sure if we're going to have to provide our own tables, though. So if you don't have a table or anything, probably now would be the time to get one. That way you have enough time between now and November. Because I don't know if we're going to have to supply our own tables. But still, I think from how big the space is and how much they're letting us utilize, I think we're going to be able to go above the spaces that I kind of have already. There's only 5 people that have confirmed for spaces, by the way. I may have like 13 things written down, but only 5 of them have confirmed. I still have to go around town, ask, see if they'd be interested, and then go from there. So there's probably going to be room here and there. I'm just kind of waiting to see, kind of what the actual like layout and stuff is going to be. Then that'll help me determine a little bit better of a number. Zilfan85 said he had to step away to shower. Didn't miss any important updates. You did not miss any important updates. Talked a little bit about the Mezco set that I picked up last week for Godzilla vs. Hedra. That was about it. We'll take a look at that here in a little bit. Again, hope you guys all enjoy my new Gigan tapestry. I really like it. It adds a lot of good feng shui to the Godzilla Fan Freaks headquarters. But yeah, no, Christopher, I'm just kind of waiting to see right now. Like, it's a lot of work and it's kind of nerve-wracking doing all this stuff. That's all I can tell you guys. Like running a festival that could develop into like a full-fledged con and stuff like that. Even in the early days, it's not an easy thing. But we just gotta wait and see what we can work with here. I'm still not even 100% confirmed if we're gonna get 2 days. I really hope we do, but I'm still not sure. I'm still waiting to hear back. Hey, Bill, what's going on? And then Jonathan saying he wants to go to this, trying to think of a way to make it work. Hey, man, if you can think of a way, it'd be cool to have you. That's for sure. And then Jonathan just saying he's jealous of that guy again. Rich from Wisconsin saying he got the Mezco Hedra set. Good detail on the figures. There is actually good detail on the figures. And what surprised me the most is actually how heavy the Mezco figures are. The Mezco figures they're solid. I did not think that they were going to be that solid. They're pretty solid, heavy figures. Not going to lie. So was really happy to pick it up, though. I love anything Smog Monster, and again, where I have it set up, I think it's just perfect. If you guys know where my X Plus Flying Hedra is, so you know it has the base, I basically just set up the Godzilla and Hedra battling it out on the base underneath this giant Flying Hedra. I think it looks pretty cool. And I got the buildings and stuff in there too, so I think it's pretty cool. Gojira851, remember, you're the boss in this. You set the table. That's what I'm trying to do, man. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do my best here. So, thank you for your words of encouragement. I appreciate it, buddy. Heck yeah. Zillafan85 saying he's definitely on board with this. How big is the venue? And would you be able to help me with finding a hotel and accommodations, as well as perhaps someone to pick me up from the airport? That could be worked out. That can be worked out. As far as hotel and accommodations, I can tell you that there's a La Quinta Inn right across the street from where the festival is going to be. So there is that. So I can definitely set you up with their information. That way you can contact them and, book a room for... Let me wait and get more details, because I would hate for you to overbook, and then it turns out it's only going to be like a 1-day thing if we only get November 3rd. Again, I'm waiting to hear back right now. So Let me hash out details, but Zillafan85, that can work out. Can definitely pick you up from the airport. We can make it work. We can make it work. And then Tim, what's going on? Tim's in the house. What's going on, Tim? Everybody say hi to Tim. Tim is the one that was nice enough to throw together that GMK puzzle, which is now up on the wall, and he had it framed and everything, and it looks beautiful. It looks basically just like a poster, but it's a puzzle. Tim, what's going on? Doing pretty good. We have Son of Godzilla on in the background right now. We're just having a good time. And Bill's saying, Timmy! From South Park. Every now and then you guys might be able to hear this little respiratory thing that I'm dealing with, but my body's kicking it. That's all I can say. I really wasn't like sick, if you know what I mean. Like I wasn't run down with energy or anything like that. I just had this cough and this phlegm that would not go away, no matter what I did. So eventually I went to urgent care. They had me get some extra strong behind lock and key Mucinex that are like gigantic horse pill size. And so that's been working. And so all I can say is, hey, I'm glad that it's leaving because I could not get rid of that cough and it was really annoying. So, and then Tim is just working. Thanks for the shout out, dude. Always, you got it, man. And then Jonathan just saying, gotta cough it up and spit it out. Dude, I have been. Trust me. It's like Hedra just keeps producing in my body. I don't know what to do. So, but hey, I'm over it. So, returning to work tomorrow. Yay! Had a nice little 4 days. But no, guys, we got 10 people on in here, 9 likes. Atomic, blast that like button. Thank you for being here with me, Godzilla Fan Freaks, live for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 34. Jonathan Lucy Collected saying, hot tui. Monster Report just saying, sup, Tim the Enchanter from Monty Python and the Holy Grail. But, no, guys, thank you for being here. We're having a lot of fun. Again, we just have Son of Godzilla on in the background right now. And we're just hanging out, but not a lot of new stuff other than that Mezco set. Should be having some vinyl records show up here within the next month. You know, from Mondo. Mondo had a lot of vinyl records drop. As far as any new collectibles, Mondo hasn't really dropped anything yet, which I'm kind of happy for. Give us a break for a little bit. And no one else has dropped really anything new from the beginning of the year. So, you know, kind of giving collectors this chance. It's tax season too. You know, a lot of people got to get ready for taxes. Companies know this. Not everybody's going to have money right now. So I think we're just going to get bombarded with releases here come the next maybe 2-3 months. Hopefully we get a lot of stuff. Hopefully it's spaced out to where we can get a majority of it instead of releasing it all at the same time and then being like, I want to get it all, but I can't. So we just got to wait and see what happens. But I guess, what are we about 40 minutes in? Again, you guys have questions for me about anything. Feel free to ask. You guys want to talk about a figure? We can go talk about a figure, whatever it may be. Oh, let's see here. Let me catch up. Gojeri51 saying 10 likes on his end. It says 10 likes on my end, too. And then Bill is heading to Wonderfest, so hopefully I have some good stuff. Bill, have a great time, dude. Heck yes, that's awesome. I only have a Sungut figure from Wonderfest. I have the glitter purple and gold Baragon that came out, like I think 2019, I think is when that came out. So I have that Sungut figure. That's the only thing I think I have from Wonderfest. Oh, Monster Report coming in here with his jokes. What do you call someone from Arizona who has two male offspring? Tucson. Nick, no. No. Oh no. Zillafan85, did you see the S arts? They'll be releasing the third form Frieza. I did see that. Looks very, very cool. I did see that. And then Jonathan says he keeps wanting to go to Wonderfest, still never have made it. Wonderfest is a hard one because it's in Japan, you know? It's kind of hard to get to. And then Bill saying first time going to Japan, so he's excited. Dude! Yes! That's awesome! I've never been to Japan either, so one day I'll be able to say that too. But that is awesome, dude. Heck yes, Bill. Bill, you're in Arizona? Bring the crew back some stuff. Just kidding, man. You have a great time, dude. Nick, you find any of the Masterverse 87 figures yet? I have not, dude. I actually haven't been able to get out to Target because of my respiratory issue that I've been dealing with. So, might try later today. I'm not really sure. But I'm probably going to have to hit up a few Targets around town. But I do want to find both of them. I really, really do. Because, man, your box day, Nick, sold me on those figures. If I wasn't sold already, those sold me. And then Mark Gustav saying would love to visit Toho Studios. Heck yes. And then Zillafan85, I'm super jealous. Going to Japan is on his bucket list. #1 bucket list item. And then Bill says, I'm only taking one large suitcase. And then Jonathan, I'm 5'7", but I'm huge in Japan. Oh my goodness. Now try not to cough too much on camera. But laughing, as you can see, kind of gets me worked up. You guys got to keep it cool on the jokes. But no, man, heck yeah, Bill, dude, have such a fun time, man. Monster Report saying he's working on his first bucket list item, finding the bucket. Oh man. All right, guys, come on now. Godzilla has arrived. He's going to be saving his son from the Kamacuras. Same Butters, morning. I got to know what shelves you recommend for cheaper and easier setups. Good question. Well, considering a lot of my shelves were secondhand, I don't really know where they came from, so I actually haven't bought any, like, new shelves, but sometimes, depending on how big you want to go, and you can get all of it kind of from Amazon too, shop around on Amazon for some shelves, because a lot of the smaller shelves that I have, like in the front room here, where like my movies are and stuff like that, those shelves were cheap, easy to put together, and they'll work nicely for figures and stuff too. So just do some shopping around. You know what your budget is, so shop around, hit up Amazon, IKEA. Everybody always knows IKEA to be cheap. You put it together yourself. It's really not that hard to do, though. So, just do some shopping around, but you really can't go wrong with some of the shelves on Amazon. You can get any type of size and scale that you need, too, so. Mark said, and then filling the bucket. And then Bill said, yeah, lifelong bucket list item for sure. And then Zillifan just saying, make sure the bucket doesn't leak. And then Bill saying the IKEA floating shelves are good, but don't need reinforcement depending on display weight, but do need reinforcement depending on the weight. Okay. Gojira 851, he uses wire racks from Target. $70 for lots of yeah, those work too. You know, you can pick up stuff from Walmart, you can pick up stuff from Target. You know, it just depends on what you like. I used to have wire racks a long time ago, so I know what it's like. But now the way that I have my setup, I'm really happy with my shelves. All my shelves are kind of different too. They're not all like all the same. So let's see. Jonathan from Lucy Collected saying most of my shelving is either secondhand or cobbled together from salvaged lumber pallets, pallet toppers, skids, packaging crates, whatever you can, right, Jonathan? Zillifan85 wants to get a glass Ditala. Man, I can't read or that didn't come out the way you wanted to type it. But glass shelves, okay. I figured encasings my figures might prevent dust. I'll tell you this, Zillifan85, if you're dealing with a dust problem down in Florida, the dust here in Tucson is a lot worse, and I can tell you I've had glass cases before. Didn't really help with dust all that much. But you might have a better chance with them in Florida, though, because there's hopefully less dust, considering you guys are a little more tropical of a climate. But a glass encasing might work for you. But here in Tucson, I would immediately tell you, nah, you might as well just have open shelves because it's not going to matter. Monster Report, if you don't build your own, IKEA definitely. There you go. Okay, IKEA's pointing directions there. And then Bill just telling Zillifan85 he has a bunch of those and they're good cases, just wish they were wider. Okay. Bill, you're spending money on your collection. Don't skimp on a nice display. Hey, man, I like my display. My display's nice. I'm not skimping on it. I keep it clean, too. I dedicate myself to clean my collection. It may take me a while, but I do it. And then Zillifan is telling Bill that, yeah, that's one drawback. Probably have a bunch to display everything out. Jonathan saying collectibles are expensive. Got to save money where I can. Got to grab the free lumber at work. There you go, man. Hey, some of us gotta make it nice. You know what I mean? It may. Hey, another man's trash is another man's treasure, right? Is that how it works? Gojiri51, drive around your neighborhood. People are always tossing bookshelves. I got a 7-foot rosewood bookcase for free. Nice. Can't beat that. And then Bill saying, really? I dust once or twice a year and it's not bad. No, same thing. The house that I'm in now, I can easily dust once or twice a year and it's good. Where I originally lived, where I grew up, my parents' house, wasn't the best, and over the years, it needed a lot of maintenance. And I was cleaning my collection, I kid you not, every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. And that's how bad the dust would get. So I'm very happy that I'm in the setting that I am now. I'm only having to clean, so far I've only had to clean once a year. So I'm happy for that. Zillifan85, Dit Olaf. Just, okay, he's telling me how to pronounce it. And And then Mark Gustav, no, it doesn't, but glass cases are really cool. And they look nice too. You know, you can't go wrong with glass. Glass looks pretty. Jonathan saying he's headed to lunch, headed back in a bit. Monster Report saying go to IKEA just to laugh at saying the name of the items out loud. I remember buying something called Acker Franken. And then Mark Gustav saying Detlofs is Swedish for Godzilla shelves. And then Bill just laughing at Mark. You guys are a riot. What did I say about making me laugh? Damn it. But no, you guys, thank you guys so much for being here. We're having a great time. We're about 50 minutes in. How about you say we go take a walk? Let's go take the tour. Jonathan always leaves when we go to take the tour, and then he comes back and has to rewatch it. Jonathan always says, "Miss the tour." But let me unplug you guys here. Go to my power source. And so we don't get any issues with YouTube. As you guys can see, I got these kind of restrung, so I got fresh new lights. It's not so dark over here in the corner anymore. Oh no! Alrighty. Let's go take a tour. Oh no, footage! But yeah, so I restrung this with some lighting. It's a little more nice and bright over here now. And then, of course, Mr. Gigan Tapestry. You guys get to see it firsthand. Zilfan 85, let's take a 3-hour tour. And then Monster Report show some Motu. All right, what do you want to see? We can take a look at whatever you want, Nick. And then St. Butters saying, how long do you see yourself keeping the collection? I mean, I've seen myself keeping my collection for as long as I live, really. I mean, my wife has already told me that she's not going to be one to make me get rid of anything or whatever, or say no or anything. So I'm not really worried about anything bad, but, you know, I plan on keeping everything until the end of my days. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I'll sell. I don't know. There's always a possibility, but for right now, it looks like everything's staying with me for the long run. So let us walk through the Gigan Tapestry as it blesses the top of your head as you walk through it. That's basically how that works from here on out. And look, it helps block footage. But no, so going back to Wonderfest, here's the Sungut figure that I have, Bill. I love it. I love that Baragon. And then over to my Mezco set for Godzilla and Head. That looks pretty dang cool. I'm not gonna lie. I like having them underneath there, underneath the flying Hedra. I think that looks pretty cool. Again, I got the buildings and everything in there. So yeah, no, that was a very nice pickup. I was really, really happy to find that. Zilf85, I feel like we just entered into Nebula Space Hunter M. And then Bill saying, nice. Nick wanted Motu. Here we go. We got Motu right here. Castle Grayskull. Skeletor and He-Man on both sides atop their battle felines. Nick, thank you again for the flocked Panther. The only way the Rise of Evil Skeletor should be displayed, in my opinion. Got my little He-Man transformation thing going on right here. Got Prince Adam like, I have the power. And, or no. Boy. Yeah, I'm a Motu fan, guys. I can't even say it in the right order. By the power of Grayskull. And then it's, I have the power. Got some Orko. Battle Armor He-Man. Top Battle Cat. Some classic Skeletor. Scareglow up top. I got this Skeletor up top here. Got Mr. Skelegod. I got these little minifigures. The the Man-at-Arms and the Merman actually came from Tim. The little Skeletor here in the back, that came from Nick from the Monster Report. This little Skeletor here I got off of Amazon, and the Panther was even flocked. So I have 2 flocked Panthers. I got this little mini one, and I got this one. This is Elephant 85. I have the power! St. Butters, do I know where I keep the movie collection? What do you mean? I think you typed that out wrong. Monster Report, Skeletor is doing the funny impression of Shin Godzilla. Then he says, standing right behind me, isn't he? Zilfan85, by the way, isn't it funny how in the credits he says he's He-Man, the most powerful man in the universe, and then immediately punches the camera? Always. Always. That's He-Man letting people know that he's lucky he only punched the camera. But yeah, so we got some Motu there. We got a little Motu down below here. Got some minifigures along with some of the other accessories from the Snake Mountain. I got Evelyn back there on the Sky Sled. I have Battle Armor Skeletor in the Land Shark there. Monster Report asking, where's the Motu Classics that I have? Well, I mean, that's one, the Skeletor. That's Motu Classics. And then we walk through the Gigan tapestry again. Look, it even blurs the footage for us. That's nice. And then, so I only have the 2 classics, Nick. I have the Skeletor that I got off of Amazon, and then I have the Dark Despot from you, good sir. So those are the only 2 classics that I have. Other than the Snake Mountain itself. That is from the classics line. Hordak, Scareglow, Merman. Got a little Land Shark in there. Mosquitor, Evelyn, He-Man, Beast-Man, Triclops. Skeletor again. Top normal Panther, not flocked. But that's pretty much my Motu stuff right there. Zillifan85, when He-Man does push-ups, he doesn't push up. He pushes Eternia down. Ha! And then St. Butters, do I have physical films, DVDs, etc.? Yes, I do. I love physical media. Here's all my Kaiju stuff right here. I have DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, vinyl records, you name it. Fred's just playing over here. Here's all my other physical media, where I have more of my Predators and stuff guarding everything. But yeah, I'm a fan of physical media. I like physical media. Avoiding the footage. Monster Report, is the throne for Skeletor a vintage, or it's not Origins, of course. No, it's Classics. So the bone throne that I have, Nick, came with the Snake Mountain. And then Love the Light behind Dark Despot. Oh, dude, I had to put this little... It's just a little strobe light thing, but I was like, oh, that is such a cool... It is such a cool effect. And it looks better at night. That's all I can tell you. Nick, I can't wait for you to come and just be here in person, dude. We're going to have so much fun, dude. And then Mark Gustav just saying, play date at my house, pretty much. And then I have my miscellaneous shelf, which has, like other things that I've collected. A little bit of Star Wars, Guyver, Marvel, DC characters. A little bit of Gundam. That's from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. It's my favorite character. Gojiri851, I saw your message come through on Instagram, buddy. I'll check that when I can. I can't check it right now due to my phone being my camera. So I will check it later on when I can. Footage! But yeah, no. Really happy to have lights. Again, as you guys can see, it only went so far. I only really got it to wrap around like right there. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is I'm going to buy another strip. I'm going to continue on here, and I'm actually going to go out on this outside edge and run a strip. And then when I go down, I'm going to tuck it underneath. That way I have a glow from underneath there, and then I can plug it into my outlet over here. So that's my plan, to finish lighting all that up. But, oh, I love this. I'm so happy I picked this Gigan tapestry up. It's so nice. Again, it's a nice walkthrough piece. It's blurry for just a minute, but then it focuses back up. Helps when I go out and you got the footage on the other side. Zillafan85, I definitely want to check out your man cave in person. You got to come to Florida one day. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah, we'll go to Universal. That'd be fun. My wife would love that. Mark saying any Dragon Ball Z? Dude, I love Dragon Ball Z. Yes. Yes, I do. I don't have a as big of a collection as I used to because I really kind of am just focusing on Godzilla, Kaiju, and Masters of the Universe stuff. I'm kind of done getting anything like extra. So like Guyver, Dragon Ball Z, Star Wars, a lot of the other stuff that's out on that miscellaneous shelf right there. I'm kind of done collecting all that stuff. So now I'm just focusing on Godzilla and Masters of the Universe, basically. But yeah, no, there are some Dragon Ball Z stuff. And then, of course, I have, all the seasons of Dragon Ball Z. I got all the movies, Dragon Ball Super, all the new movies that have come out with that. So. And then St. Butters, have I catched on every part of JoJo's? I have not. I am actually still in the second part of Golden Wind. I have to start watching it again. And then I can watch Stone Ocean on Netflix and stuff. So I have not caught up to the most recent stuff. And then Mark, you have to get LED lights that connect at the ends. I know, man. For some reason, I can't find them anywhere. So I just have to, I don't know, I guess I have to do further digging because those used to be easy to find. Now I can't find those anywhere. So thank you, though, Mark. I'll keep an eye out for them. Reptile 7876 just saying very awesome collection. Thank you very much. And then Mark Gustav, yeah, it gets out of control. Just ask my wife. I can only imagine. It is. It's very easy to get out of control. And then Mark saying, got yours off of Amazon. I mean, maybe I was just looking under the wrong section. I don't know. But I couldn't find the ones that connect together. Unless they were more expensive, then that might have been the reason I didn't get them. Because at the time I was setting all of this up, I was relatively new to this house. I've only been in this house a little over a year, you guys. I haven't been in this house very long. But me and my wife were very happy. We're very blessed to have it. But at the time, when I was setting this up, I didn't have a very big budget to work with a lot of things. So I think that's why I probably went with a cheaper LED strip option, which they look great, don't get me wrong, but they don't connect. So maybe that was why. It could have been a price thing. But now that I have everything strung, I really don't have a need for any of that stuff. But in the future, if I ever have to replace anything, I'll probably opt because I used to have LEDs that connected, but not anymore. So, Mark saying new house. Yep. Haven't been here long, but I love this house. Love it very much. Me and my wife, we are very, very happy here. Very happy. No matter where you look, there's a mirror, especially in here. I got this little mirror thing here, and then that opens up into a closet. So there's a lot of mirrors towards this end of the Kaiju cave. But still have yet to put anything on this shelf. This shelf is still barren and waiting new stuff. But that's okay. There's Fred. He actually said hi to everybody. I don't know if you guys all heard him. You saying hi to everybody finally? Huh? You little goofball. You're a little goofball. That's all you are. That's all you are. He's getting the zoomies now. Same Butters, how often do I clean? And then what's the best part of JoJo's in my opinion? How often do I clean? Talked about that earlier actually. Right now I'm down to one time a year, in all honesty. It really doesn't get that dusty back here, and I'm grateful for it. And yeah, so far I've only had to clean once a year. No complaints, in all honesty. Like, my shelves still look pretty dang clean too, for the most part. And last time I cleaned, I think, was August or September last year was when I last cleaned. So it's it's been a good chunk of months since I've cleaned last, but everything looks good for the most part. But I clean about once a year. Rich, let's see. Mark saying the shelf is looking very lonely. Not for long. Again, like, I don't know if you guys saw my video talking about Mondo, but hopefully Mondo gets their stuff in order, because this shelf is going to be kind of dedicated to a lot of Mondo stuff that's coming out. Hopefully. I may have to be like, I'm sorry, I don't want to risk buying anything from you now. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens. Rich from Wisconsin saying hi to Fred, Monster Report. Saying you can see him talking to us. Yep, there's Fred. And then Tim, I remember because, yeah, I tried to con Tim into helping me clean one time. I thought it would make a cool video. I don't know. But yeah, I'm down to once a year. And then Mark saying cleaning can be very tedious and nerve-wracking, especially around delicate figures. Yeah, if you know how to do it, though, you actually get a rhythm for it. It's really not too bad. But yeah, no, that's it. But yeah, no, there's that new Mezco set. I just thought that was a cool setup for it underneath the flying Hedra. Rotate you guys back around to me so we can walk out here. Woo! Let me set you guys back down. Got my Beast from 20,000 Fathoms shirt on today. Let me get you guys plugged back in to our power source. And we're good. And then Mark saying the Mezco set is really cool. It really is a cool set, you know. I didn't get the Destroy All Monster sets, mainly because I really didn't feel like spending that much. They were kind of expensive. Now, I'll give Mezco this. Their figures are cool. They're very nice, detailed. And then, but the size and scale of them, they're kind of tiny. The weight, though, I was kind of impressed. I didn't expect the Mezco figures to be that hefty. They were actually pretty hefty. But still, I don't think that warrants the high prices that these sets are. These sets are still pretty expensive. If you pick them up for maybe 30, 35 bucks, sure, that's awesome. But when you start getting $60, $70, $100 even, I don't think Mezco is worth that much. That's just me. You know, sure, I paid retail for the Hedra set, which was like 70 bucks. But was I happy with that price? No. But did I really want to skip out on it just because of that? No. I was still very happy to pick it up, but I don't think Mezco are really worth the prices that they're asking. I think they really need to dial them down a little bit. Tim saying, I'll help out next time. Poof. No, you're good, Tim. I just thought it was going to be a good video, like, opportunity idea. I thought it'd be fun. That's just me, though. It's okay. Zillifan85, a shame about the size. It would have been very cool to have a 60s Rodan in the 6 or 7 inch range. Yeah, no, same thing. You know, it's Mezco, they're smaller scale. So you just kind of got to work with the hands that were dealt. Man, I love the Gigan tapestry, you guys. It looks so good. Fred's joining me on the couch. Fred, you don't have to get down. And then Mark just saying he agrees. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm happy with what Mezco's doing. I think their price range, though, is just a little too high for what they're putting out. Just me, though. But so far, I've only really been interested in the Hedra set, so it's not like I'm really interested in too much of anything else they've been releasing. The Mechagodzilla set that's coming out looks cool. You know, I'm not that, you know, maybe if I find the Destroy All Monster sets for discounts down the road, maybe I'll pick those up. But as far as the Mechagodzilla set, not really too interested in that. My eye, again, is on Mondo this year. Mondo seems to be having a lot of good, fun stuff coming out, Motu and Godzilla related. I just hope Mondo can get their quality control issues under control, because that is where they are suffering right now. You know, if you guys missed my Let's Talk About Mondo video, go back and watch that when you get a chance. You know, that way you guys know what I'm talking about. Monster Report saying Fred comes and goes as he pleases. Yeah, he does. He's making biscuits right now. Biscuit maker on Kaiju Chill O'Clock. Oh, now he's done. Zillifan85, top 3 figures of 2022 that I added to my collection. You may have said before, but I'm very curious to hear. Sea Monster set, number 1. That is figure of the year 2022. Godzilla versus the Sea Monster set. Love it. Next would probably be Flying Hedra. Love Flying Hedra. Freaking great figure. And then for my third acquisition of 2022, the gigantic Mechagodzilla. I love that X Plus, which reminds me, we got to still do the Mechagodzilla Activate. We haven't done that yet. So those would be my 3 pickups from last year. Sea Monster set, Flying Hedra, X Plus Gigantic, Mechagodzilla 74. Yep. Can't beat those in my opinion. Bill saying Mondo's QC blows, but they've done a good job making up with those bios. It's what I've heard. They seem to be doing good with the Biolantes. The Godzilla 84s that they just come out with were hit or miss with some people. And then a lot of people are disappointed with their Masters of the Universe stuff. So I'm really curious to see on where it goes forward from here. That is for sure. And then Mark saying, I really like sets that give you diorama effects. You can't go wrong with sets that give you those. You know, they're great. You know, they add so much more than just a figure in like a static pose. You know what I mean? If you're able to recreate battle scenes or whatever it is, you know. St. Butters, did I see the new Bandai Sakai sculpted series? Yes, I did. I'm not very excited for it. That's just me though. Like, because I have so many different Yuji Sakai sculpted Godzilla figures, getting a Bandai of what seems to be like the 89 or 91 there's only so many times I can buy that sculpt. I mean, it's probably because it's not my favorite sculpt, but we've had that sculpt in so many different ways that it's just kind of boring and stale at this point. I would have rather them kicked off that series with a different figure that we haven't seen a million times. You know what I mean? That's the way I would have kicked it off. It's cool. Very premium price point, though. You're probably looking at over $100 per figure. So I'm really not sure how well that's going to be with international buyers. We'll just have to see. But as far as myself right now, I've seen it. I think it's cool, but I just hope we see some new stuff. You know, I'm kind of just getting tired of seeing that beginning of Heisei, 89, 91 Godzilla. It's stale for me. Zillafan85 saying he loved the live streams that we did on the Monster Report. I did watch it after you sent me the link. Sorry, I've been so hit and miss. Just been continuing to deal with a lot of personal stuff. Hey, dude, that's not a problem. You're okay. You're good, man. You know, I just hope everything is okay. That's all I hope for. You know, as long as you're good, that's all that matters, dude. Gojira851 saying, yeah, it's the 89. And what's up? It's Goku. Goku's in the house. What's going on? But no, we're just having a good time, guys. We got 9 people on in here, 11 likes. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button, please. Thank you for the support. We just have Godzilla versus Son of Godzilla on in the background right now for the first segment. And when we move on to Facebook after this segment, we will be watching Godzilla versus Space Godzilla over on Facebook. So, but thank you for joining me, Godzilla Fan Freaks Live, for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 34. Talked about a lot of fun stuff today. Right now, we're kind of talking about figures and stuff that's coming out. We talked a little about the Tucson Kaiju Festival that I'm bringing back. So, lots of good, fun stuff. And then Goku saying, your wife is watching with you. Well, say hi to Chi-Chi. But, yeah, no, you know, we're just having a good, fun time. Kumanga is webbing up Minya, and he's webbing up Kamacuras right now. So we're getting towards the ending climactic final battle. Excuse me. I still have a little bit of a cough every now and then. And then Goku said she's only been here for 5 minutes and is already enjoying it. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. And then St. Butters, do you have advice I'd give to people in the new hobby? Yes. So my advice to anybody who's taking a like to Godzilla or anybody who's getting into Godzilla and Kaiju and whatnot, give the Showa series a chance. Just give it a chance. You know, like, we all have to remember where these movies come from. You know, and the Showa series pretty much tells us that story. You know, this is how Godzilla started. You know, a lot of people is cheesy, that, you know, silly, whatever. You know, sure. But, you know, in my opinion, we have to remember where these movies came from. And since we're on the topic and everything, let me just go grab it since I kind of wanted to talk about it anyway. But I'll be right back. Hold those thoughts. So, I would say give the Showa series a chance. Like Bill said, I saw his comment as well. Gotta have patience. You know, make sure that you control your budget with these things. Don't get out of hand, because just like with any kind of collectible hobby, it can be dangerous financially, especially if you're not good with money. it can be very dangerous. So know your limits, set them, try not to go overboard. As long as you're happy at the end of the day and you're able to keep a roof over your head, food on the table, whatever it is, make sure your priorities are taken care of first before you do anything. That's basically how I do things, is I make sure home's taken care of. I make sure groceries, bills, all that stuff taken care of before I even think about buying something, whether, something new or whatever. Before I buy anything, I make sure everything else is taken care of first. Then if I still have the budget or whatever, sure. If I don't, then I don't, But you just have to be smart. You have to buy smart. Collect what you like. Collect what you can afford. Those are very important tips. And just have fun. I don't care if you have only one figure and 2 movies. If that's your collection, that's your collection, and that's awesome. It's special to you. Don't get intimidated by myself or others. It's not a competition. If we all had the same setups, it would all be boring anyway. The funnest thing about this is everybody's collection is different. Everybody has similar things, but they're set up differently. Everybody has different things from one another. You know what I mean? That's just the variety. As Godzilla fans, as a fan of anything, everyone's different from each other, and that's what makes it a lot of fun. It's not a competition. There's no, oh, you don't have this figure, you're not a fan, boo. No, there's none of that. Get into it because you want to, not because you just see that it's a popular thing too. Because, that is a thing in today's society, is that people will get into something just because that they see that it's popular, it gets views, and then they're like, oh, I'm going to do the same thing. That's not truly embracing it, though. That's just doing it because you're just trying to do it for your own gain. You don't really care about the product. Do it because you want to. Give the Showa series a chance. Give it a chance. That way you learn the history and everything. You learn where these movies came from. As much as everyone hates the Showa series, I love the Showa series. It's my favorite era. I grew up with the Showa series. I could watch these movies all freaking day. I love the Showa series so much. It brings back so much memory for me as a child. Everything from the music to the monster action. It's just how I know Godzilla. It's how I know Godzilla. And I love it so much. So, that's my advice. I'm sorry if it kind of went up and down and here and there and straight, but that's my advice to anybody who wants to get into this hobby, who is a new Godzilla fan. Just enjoy it. Enjoy it and have fun. That's it. Mark said don't do it. Oh, you want to be a Godzilla fan? No, don't do it. Or what is it from Billy Madison? when the kid's like, so just reword it a little bit, and boy, I want to be a Godzilla fan. And then he turns to like, no, you don't. Stay here. Stay as long as you can. For the love of God, cherish it. Cherish being normal. Don't be a Godzilla fan like us. We're freaks. Get it? Godzilla fan freaks? Okay, I'll see myself out. I'm having fun, you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Goku asking, what do I think of the Singular Point anime? Singular Point, I liked it. I don't love it, but I liked it. I liked it better than the Godzilla Earth anime trilogy, I can tell you that much. That was a hot mess. But Singular Point was good. Singular Point was good. Do I need to watch it again to really kind of understand it a little bit better? Yeah, because Singular Point was kind of wacky too. Bill saying for collectibles, just about everything will come back around for sale. So try not to fall into the, don't think of it like, oh man, like this figure's here, it's now, I have to get it, but can I? Like, everything eventually comes up for sale eventually. That's what Bill said you got to have patience for. If there's something you really want, but maybe now's not the right time, but it's available, sometimes you just got to be like, it'll come up again. Just right now is not the right time. I've had plenty of those moments to where I see people post stuff for sale. You know how much I just want to be like, ooh, I wish I could message them and be like, hey, I'll take it. You know, but you know what? Sometimes the budget's just not there. You know what I mean? Again, you just got to be smart. Nick saying, get his stuff. He's gone. And then Mark saying, this hobby will drain your bank account. That's only if you let it. If you have a stable job, maybe you put in a little overtime here and there, it all pays off in the end. Again, just be smart with your purchases. Collect what you like. Collect what you can afford. Don't go outside your budget and your means. If you see something really expensive, try to save up for it. And you know what the joy of that is? In the meantime of saving up for a figure, hey, if it sells, remember, it'll eventually pop back up. Somebody else will probably have it for sale. But in the meantime, maybe the money that you did save up, maybe now instead of just buying one figure, maybe you go out and you buy a couple or a few or a handful. You know, sometimes you just got to look at things that way. But collect what you like, collect what you can afford. You know, don't go overboard, and your bank account and everything will be just fine. Zilfan, Akira Kubo was great as Goro in Son of Godzilla. I especially love him as Captain Yamabe in Destroy All Monsters. Heck yes. He was a total badass and didn't take any poop from anyone on the key locks. Yes, that is true. Love it. And then Gojira A51, it's not a contest. Yes, again, I'll he said it, I've said it. It is not a contest. Mark saying, well said, thank you. That's all I try to do. You know, I am a really just nice person. And again, that's why I'm so happy to bring back the Tucson Kaiju Festival and all this stuff. I'm never going to steer you wrong in this hobby. You know, some people will be like, he's saying watch the Showa films, don't listen to him. Even that, you know, it's like, give Showa a chance. Give the Showa series a chance. Mark, just tune in to Kaiju Chill O'Clock and enjoy my collection. Or that too. There are people out there who live through others, you know, in that vicariously way to where you live vicariously through me, through my collection. There's that too, you know. I'm happy that I can bring joy to people because I know what it's like to watch a video and then you smile and you're like, that's really cool. It brings you joy, you know. And I'm glad that I can do that for people with my collection. You know, like I'm sure as much as Jonathan says he loves the Gigan tapestry and he's jealous of it, I bet you it put a smile on his face and he's like, that's really cool. You know? Rich from Wisconsin, yes, be a responsible collector. And then Bill, any collection is better than no collection. Get what you like. Bam! Mark, I really like it when we get a tour of the Godzilla cave. Well, we can easily go back on in there here in a little bit. We're at an hour and almost 35 minutes. So this segment's usually about 2 hours. We're doing pretty good for today's segment, you guys, for the first segment of the show. Remember, next up, we're going to be on Facebook. And we're going to be watching Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla. Gojir851, have fun. Yes, that is the big part of it. Just have fun. Zillafan85 telling me very wise words. Also, if you're tight on a budget and you want to start small, you may want to start with Gasifin figures. That's what I did, and then went from there. Yeah, there's Gasifin figures. There's Playmates. You know, don't get discouraged by people who are like, oh, that's garbage or it's trash or whatever. You know what? If you like something, get it. Okay? I have some Playmates. I'm not going to lie. Do I care if anyone's like, man, why did you buy that? Like, no, I liked it. I don't really care. And then Goku saying, Rich from Wisconsin has a point. Rich from Wisconsin saying, the older I get, the more I appreciate the Showa series. That's what I mean, dude. I love the Showa series. I've always appreciated the Showa series. I loved it as a kid. I love it now. And I guarantee you I'm going to love it when I'm old. And then St. Butters, that's really great advice. I'll say, as kind of a poor guy that really finished college, I got a sweet-ass collection. Hey, man, if you're doing that good already, guys, let's give it up. Let's give it up for St. Butters. He just finished college, too. Guys, let's give it up. St. Butters, you got it, man. Dude, you're rocking it. Dude, that's all that matters right there, man. You are doing fine. You're happy. You're where you want to be. And don't worry, now that college is over, you know, get a banger job. Start raking in those dollars, dude. Dude, you're going to be a happy collector. That's all I can tell you, man. Keep your head high. But congrats on finishing college, dude. Heck yes. Mark Gustav, I love the 60s, early 70s Godzilla movies. That's what you grew up on. Heck yeah. Son of Godzilla just ended. I'm catching up in your guys' comments. Goku saying Godzilla fans are toxic, but Goku v Satama community is much more toxic. Oh, dude. No matter what fandom it is, they're toxic, okay? You got toxic Star Wars fans, Lord of the Rings fans, Star Trek, Godzilla, anime, you name it. There's toxic fans in anything. So there's just no escaping. Toxic people are everywhere. Zillafan85, for me, it's not even close. Showa is far and away my favorite era. I grew up watching all those films over and over. Heck yeah. Dude, love Showa series. Goku saying Brother Raditz is coming back as an android. He is? See, I'm a Raditz guy, but why are they bringing him back as an android? I don't know how much I dig that. I'm a Raditz fan. I love Raditz. I'm happy that you said he's coming back, but I'm also kind of disappointed that he's an android. What? Gojira851, lots of online sites have payment plans. You can pay it off slowly. Yeah, you can pay things off slowly. A lot of places have that now to where you can just kind of do payments on things. If you can't do one lump sum, there's things that let you do payments. Hey, Goji Fan 93 Legacy Restored. What's up? He's saying, what's up, G-Fans? He's saying, yo. Goku saying, yo. Bill, if there was not a Showa series, there would not be Godzilla. Probably, you know. St. Butters established a rule to have 1 or 2 figures per kaiju. That's how I do it. Hey, man, that's awesome. That's awesome right there. Zillafan85 just saying to GojiFan93 to what's up. Glad to see you revive the channel. Always enjoyed your videos. Bill saying plus of the most of the Showa series, the dubbing part is the charm. Yes, see, Bill, you're awesome, dude. I'm a sucker for dubbed also. I love dubbed. Granted, I just watched the Japanese version of Son of Godzilla, but I love dubbed also. Gojira851, Trendmasters. Dude, I miss them too. I like Trendmasters. There's nothing wrong with that. Monster Report just saying to GojiFan93, looking forward to talking tonight. Heck yes, don't forget, GojiFan93 is going to be on the Monster Report tonight, you guys. Don't miss that. And then, yes, oh, he's blaming me because he's having another unboxing video, you guys. Ooh! It's my fault. Tim saying my brother Cooler is coming back as an what? Tim, what are you talking about? Talking something Dragon Ball Z? What? And then GojiFan93 can't wait to talk. Yes, on the Monster Report tonight. Mark saying Star Trek fans are brutal toxic, and then Goku saying maybe Raditz will have Super Saiyan finally. Maybe. Make sure you turn Super Saiyan 3. Tim just said I had no reference to Goku's comment, so he came up with something random. Oh my goodness. And then GojiFan93, it totally is. St. Butters, what figures are the toughest to buy? Figures that are the toughest to buy are probably like, if you get little, I want to say some of the more rare, older, like vintage stuff. So when you start getting into like Bullmark and whatnot, that stuff can get pretty, some of the older Bullmark and Marmots and stuff like that can be, but everything's kind of easy to collect these days. X Plus has an outlet for international buyers, so it's kind of easy to pick those up. You can still find stuff on Amazon. Awesome Collector is another great outlet for all types of figures. So St. Butters, if you want a website to go to awesomecollector.com. Awesome Collector has a great selection of Bandai figures, X Plus, CCP, Marmot. I think they even have Mezco, Super 7, SH Monster Arts. You name it, Awesome Collector probably has it. So that's awesomecollector.com, St. Butters. So feel free to check that out. Goku said, I know, I thought to myself, wait, Frieza? Exactly. The Monster Report, there's all kinds of toxic fandoms, especially little old ladies of the Golden Girls fandom. They're brutal. Oh, man. And then GojiFan93, 50th anniversary, 84. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then St. Butters, Monster Arts is a pain. It's basically FOMO right now. It's a shame. Yeah, dude. Monster Arts started off really, really great back in the day. Over time, though, I've grown to like Monster Arts less and less. I only pick up a Monster Arts figure, it feels like, maybe once every 3 years now, it seems like, maybe. I don't buy Monster Arts figures very often. Mainly because they do a lot of just repaints and reissues and stuff. Goku, I'm starting a Dragon Ball collection, dude. That's awesome. Dude, we would love to see it one day. And then GojiFan93, SH Monster Arts are overpriced. They are a little bit, yes. For what we get now, they are definitely overpriced. When Monster Arts first started, their prices were excellent. They were hitting the mark. But over time, we just ended up paying more and getting less with Monster Arts. And on that note, not talking about Monster Arts, but talking about a figure, which is part of kind of today's first segment. We just got done watching the Son of Godzilla. Here is the 50th anniversary memorial box, Bandai Godzilla 67. You love him. You love him. Don't say that you hate this suit. Don't you dare say you hate this suit. Because this figure is amazing. I wanted to talk about this figure for a second, you guys. Because this is a Bandai figure, you guys. Believe it or not, this is a Bandai figure. But guys, the proportions, the detail, this is an outstanding Bandai figure from that 50th anniversary memorial box. Even if you don't like 67, You gotta like this figure. Guys, he's chunky in the right areas. His legs are correct. Everything. His feet, his arms, his little frog-like neck and head. I love this figure so much. This is the only 67 figure I need. I love this 50th anniversary Bandai. It's beautiful. The tail is correct. It's like fat and stubby. The spines, I love the 67 spines. It's not my favorite suit, but I love the look. I love this figure. I love it so much. 67 is underappreciated, is underrated. I love it so much. I love this figure. So I just wanted to, like, figure highlight of the day. I don't know. But I just wanted to share this guy with you. Goji Fan 93 is just stating facts. It is true. It is true. And then St. Butters, do you dip into other boy, I cannot say that word right now. Tokusatsu stuff other than Kaiju? I have a little bit of Power Ranger stuff. Not a lot, though. And that's about it. You know, Ultraman and stuff like that, that falls under the line of Kaiju. You know, I have some Ultraman stuff. You know, Predator, I guess, would kind of be Tokusatsu because it was, you know, a man in the suit and stuff like that. So I have some Predator stuff also. So I have a few other things. Monster Report, Super 7 has some cool stuff coming out. Not too bad. Not crazy excited about the reaction figures entirely. Okay. Goji Fan 93, I don't like the suit. Rude. Rude. Goku saying it looks amazing. Goji Fan 93 saying Cookie Monster. I don't care. It looks like Goji Fan 93 might be in the minority. Gojira 851 coming in with 67 is an excellent suit. I got annoyed for I annoyed for years. Oh, you were always talking about a 30 centimeter 67, and then we finally got one. I want one of those. That is definitely on my like to get list. I definitely want a 30 centimeter 67. That figure looks beautiful. I love 67. Chris, love him. He wants to be loved. That's all he wants. That's all 67 wants, Chris. That's all he wants. He will haunt your dreams, Chris. He's going to haunt you. Gojira851 saying one of the best Godzilla suits. Let's go. Goku saying I currently have an SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2021. I had to convince Chi-Chi to buy it for me. Hey man, you got a wife that buys you toys? My wife does the same thing. She'll get me something every now and then. Bill, 55 and 67 are your favorites. Bill coming out with the big guns. 55 and 67 are both very highly. Bill, I got something for you. I hope you're still here. I'm catching up on comments, so give me 1 second. Bum, bum, bum. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Bill, just for you. There you go. 55 and 67. 50th Bandai Memorial figures. Heck yeah. Let's see. Goji Fan 93. What about that new 84 figure that I got? Okay, you want me to bring that out too? All right, fine. I'm just getting up and down. So here is my 84 from Mondo that I recently got. I showcased this guy not too long ago, but a review will be coming out on him soon in the coming weeks. But I do have this guy. And Goji Fan 93 is saying that he blames me for another box day because he picked up one of these guys. Not this variant. His variant he picked up is, I think it's the more normal color scheme is the one that he got. But still, it's a great sculpt nonetheless. You're going to be very happy, Chris. That's all I can say. It's a beautiful, beautiful 84. And this is from Mondo. That is the Sunrise variant that I have. Zillafan 85. Nah, Cookie Monster is 65, but I love the 65 suit either way. 67, I guess I'm with Chris on that. Ooh, man, Zillafan 85 doesn't like 67. And then Goshi Fan 93 saying, no. Bill got the 30 centimeter 67 Rick. Dude, see, I wish I got that figure. That I know that's going to be an expensive one for me down the road because that's one figure I want. I want the 30 centimeter 67. Zillafan 85 saying, love the 55 suit. We need a Movie Monster Series release of it. St. Butters, honestly, all the suits aren't terrible. Just 67 is the worst. Ouch! Goku saying, don't get her twisted sometimes. She can be strict. She doesn't allow me to eat ramen because I eat fat. Oh, man. Goji Fan 93. It's your fault. It's my fault. And then you got the standard color scheme. That's awesome. And then St. Butters, I got to ask, what are the chances of Gaikushu figure gets released? It's the only... Which suit are you talking about, St. Butters? I've never heard it referenced that way. Unless my brain is just having a moment. Which figure are you talking about, St. Butters? And then Goku saying, what can I say? I'm a Saiyan. Hey, man, Saiyans eat. Saiyans got to eat. And then Goji Fan 93 saying, thank you, St. Butters. Ganging up on us 67 lovers. That's okay. I think we still outnumber you guys. But yeah, no, there you go, Bill. 67, 55. But yeah, I really hope to get a 30 centimeter 67 one of these days. That's definitely on my to-get list. I would love to find one of those for a good price. Zilfan 85. 55 is what he means. Oh, okay. And then he's referring to the Bandai 55. Okay, I've never heard it referred to that way. I learned something new. Okay, I learned something new today. The chances of like this getting reissued are slim, but I wouldn't say there's zero because we just got the 84 sculpt from Bandai, which hadn't been released since this 50th Memorial box set. So anything is possible. Don't lose hope. And then Raids again is underrated. Merch is hard to come by. It's a shame. Yeah, no, it's true. Raids again. Now that's my probably least favorite of the Showa series. But it is underrated. I'll give you that. Even though it's not my favorite of the Showa series, I will say that it is underrated. It does deserve a little more love than what it gets. Rich from Wisconsin just got the 67 Defo with Minya. Hey, that's awesome. Goku saying it's true, but I'm insane. Goji Fan 93, the Bandai 84 is awesome. I redeemed myself. Yes, you did. You redeemed yourself. Don't you sell it. You sell it again, your fan card is gone. And then Zillafan85 just telling me the name of the suit. Okay. 54, each suit. I know each suit has its own name. I've actually just never known what the 55 suit's name was until today. So thank you again. I learned something new. See, guys, even I don't know everything. GojiFan93 saying, I will not sell him. If you do, you can slap me. Okay. Zillafan85 saying, ouch, man, Everett's getting me with the back for the 67 comment since he knows I love raids again. There you go. But guys, thank you so much. We're about 5 minutes left in this stream. We're making great time. Guys, thank you guys so much for your engagement here at the end. That was a lot of fun. If there's anything coming up that I can tell you guys about, next week's show is, of course, what? Every 5 episodes is what? It's a graveyard shift. So graveyard shift. Next Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 35 is a graveyard shift. That means only on YouTube. The graveyard shifts are only on YouTube. It's an exclusive YouTube show. We go for about 3 hours if we can. And pretty much next week, I'm actually going to have a couple special guests. One of them originally was supposed to have one, but then he asked if one of his friends could tag along. And I said, yeah, that's fine. That's not a problem. He's also a Godzilla fan. I think I've met him too. But next week, I'm having my friend Alex drop by and his friend David, which I'm sure I've met probably once or twice. But Alex and David will be coming by next week. They are Godzilla fans. They are fans of mine. They are friends. And they are local to the Tucson area. So they are going to be dropping by. And they will be on Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 35, the graveyard shift next week. So to give you guys a little bit of, what's to come. So that should be a lot of fun. Graveyard shifts are always great. GojiFan93 saying, great to chat. Always, man. We will catch you later. Have a good one, Chris. And then Zillafan85 saying, I definitely needed this today. Hoping to catch the graveyard shift next week since it's almost at the need. Just letting you know, be good to yourselves. And sayonara. Always, Zillafan85. Thank you so much. So yeah, you guys, that's pretty much what's on the table for next week as far as guests goes. Kind of having them pick like what we're gonna kind of have on in the background as far as what we're gonna watch, as far as what we're gonna do. Who knows? Maybe we'll play some video games. Who knows? But yes, St. Butters. All right, good chat. Adios. You guys, don't forget to atomic blast that like button before you leave if you have not. Thank you so much for your guys' engagement today. Like always, Kaiju Chill O'Clock does not end here. We are moving to Facebook next, where we will be watching Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, one of my favorite Heisei films. So, join us over on Facebook next for that. If you're not able to, no worries. But like always, you guys, thank you for being here for the first segment. Jonathan, as Sinistar said, beware, I live. Just in time to go someplace else. Yes, that is true. And then Rich from Wisconsin, it was fun. See you next week. Thank you guys so much. So I'm going to wrap it up, you guys. Like always, we are Godzilla Fan Freaks. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to atomic blast that like button, atomic blast that notification bell. Don't forget to like and follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Facebook. And don't forget to follow Godzilla Fan Freaks over on Instagram. That way you guys stay up to date with everything that's going on with the channel. Everything that I'm doing for the Tucson Kaiju Festival that I'm hosting again this year. Very happy again to bring that back. And if we don't catch you on the Facebook segment next, we will catch you next week on episode 35, The Graveyard Shift. Let's see. Chichi says it was short, or did we arrive late? You guys arrived a little bit late. If you guys want to, feel free to go back and rewatch it from the beginning once I'm done here. But yes, you guys did arrive just a little bit late. But that's okay. No worries. You can always go back and rewatch. But thank you again, you guys, for being here. I'm going to try to cut it out here right at the 2-hour mark. We got about 20 seconds left. So, yeah, you guys, if we don't see you next on Facebook to join us to watch Godzilla vs. Space Godzilla, we will see you next week for Kaiju Chill O'Clock, episode 35, The Graveyard Shift. All right, you guys, have a good one. Later, taters. We will see you next week. Reptile 7876. Catch ya! Oh, no. Now,